returning to Marathi after a long time. Yes, so that is a need, because essentially the thing is that I still think in Marathi. I dream in Marathi. And that is where my theatre comes from. So who is my audience? I don't know that. Even in Bombay, I don't know that. But in general, only in Indian theatre, I don't know who's the audience for such kind of plays.
Hi, Mohit.
Hi.
It was nice talking to you and meeting you after a long time.
Yes.
So let's start about the new play that you're working on, Love and Nation. So is it something that you came across and wanted to do, or were you approached by the exhibit?
No, this was, I'm with this play for same, like 3 years. I always wanted to do this play. And when the NCPA, when Bruce came and said that, the next thing that you're working on, so this was a thing. He knew the text, obviously, and he's pretty excited about it.
Okay. So when you say you were with this play for 3 years, how had you discovered this play and what about it attracted you?
Carol Churchill, because, I mean, couldn't be, we have to see that, like, the greatest living playwright today. And modern, contemporary, path-breaking, groundbreaking. But what she does every time is, this whole thing of the dramatic structure, the way a play is written, she just breaks all those conventions and she just creates a new language. And in most of her plays, and I find that very exciting. But this particular play is also, I think, one of the most accessible by Churchill, and because it is about this world, today's world, so these people, and there's plenty of scopes, so she doesn't write who is speaking, how many characters, where is it happening, it's just scenes, and she just throws you this challenge that, pick it up and let's see where we go. And so when we decided to do the play right now, so there were versions of this play in my head for a long time, but here right now we decided let's place it in Bombay or a big city in India. And so all the situations that happen are, which we encounter, like we are sitting in this cafe, and if you go from table to table, you'll hear different conversations on different topics, and we'll be talking about everything from politics to sex to mental illness to technology to science to love, obviously. So it was that kind of game for me. And so we tried to weave in situations which can be placed in Bombay, and a city like Bombay, which also has multiple languages spoken. The ethos is very unique, different, and the strut of people, caste comes in, the class comes in. So, and that is why I thought that, this particular play, and it is important right now, of what we have made our lives.
So have you adapted it like for India?
Not really. I mean, the play in itself is so complete. So anyone can pick up the play, and we haven't changed anything. We have just maybe changed a couple of references here and there. And some scenes we do in multiple languages. But apart from that, we have not really touched the text.
And how did you go about the casting? Because it has quite a large cast, right?
Yeah. The casting has been interesting. So we did a reading for the NCPA last year, so there, initially it started with that, I just need 4 actors who can read the play. But the play is such that it's impossible to decipher what is happening if it's just 4 actors. So slowly, as I work, we need more people to read, So initially it was just a reading. But what we thought was that if we can have actors across age, also across body types, voice, textures, how they look, languages, obviously, even heights, physical heights. So everything of that. So the cast was chosen so that it looked eclectic. It could these 11 actors could embody so many characters effortlessly. So that was kept in mind, and only like 3 or 4 people are with whom I have worked before. But most of them I'm working with them for the first time. So maybe I've seen a play of theirs, or maybe they have approached that, I would like to work with you. And so the conversations kept happening, and that is how.
I think you've reached the stage now when people want to work with you.
Yeah, I think so, finally.
I mean, you've been winning awards and almost every year, I think, at Meta. Also, this play has a kind of a non-linear structure.
Yes.
So, how do you approach that? In the sense, you change it around, or you flow the way the play.
Yeah, so what she has done is that she has divided the play into 7 sections, and each section has 7 scenes. And she has categorically mentioned that, you can play around with the sequence within each sequence. I mean, the scene placement, but you shouldn't change the sequence of the play. Because with every sequence, she arrives at a new point of, say, either information or love, or how we have progressed from where we were and what we have lost. So that sequencing is important. So we haven't touched that. But yeah, within the sequence, we have changed that.
So when you talk of love, there is a certain image that people have in mind, which is kind of conventional, which is kind of traditional, and this play obviously breaks some of those conventions. So when you think of love, what do you think about, and how do you think this play kind of agrees or disagrees with your concept?
Yeah, interestingly, when we read for the NCPA, my personal life, I was at a point where I was strong on this notion that, love doesn't exist. And, it has a shelf life. It's temporary. And, I couldn't find love anywhere around me at that time. And I thought that, this entire thing is just with the information overload that's happening. I mean, it doesn't exist at all. And fortunately, for the past 3 months, what we are in the rehearsal room with so many people and different personalities, I'm happy to say that, to see Carol's point maybe is that, it does exist, but it will exist in, if it is there, then it will be in small glimpses and small, like, chota rahega kuch. So it won't dazzle you like what we know of love, but it's somewhere hidden, and you'll have to look for it. And we'll see only a glimpse of it, perhaps, and that's enough. And that's enough. That's enough to counter this entire information business. And you can't reduce it. You can't reduce love. And in that sense, I think she's not just talking about, say, love in that. She's talking about, say, perhaps, the axioms that exist, that certain things can't be reduced to even knowledge or to even understanding or for analysis. And information, wisdom, knowledge, this is a separate part. So wisdom is also, you can't reduce it, but knowledge and information we can definitely. And I think I'm happy that at the end of these 3 months, I've reached that point.
And how important do you think it is to be in touch with the playwright when you're working, or to get the playwright's inputs? Because you've been working a lot with Indian playwrights mostly. It's only recently that you started picking up international work.
Yes.
So how important do you think is to work in conjunction with the playwright?
I think it helps, definitely. But I'm not very sure about this particular play, because here she throws this challenge that, this is the play script. Now, she also encourages you to make a play of your own out of this text. And then I don't think that it's necessary. We were stumped, we were bold a lot of time in the rehearsals that, what is happening and how do we decipher this and what is she exactly meaning here. So those conversations, if they would have happened, I would have loved. But then again, if she is giving this open space and a field to explore, then why not? It just, and initially you can think that, it is so liberating, kuch nahi likha hai, and we can just make anything that we want. And as we stay with the play, you eventually notice that, no, this is sheer brilliance of craft, what she has done. And the choice of words, the economy of it, and why she is doing a particular scene, where is she placing that scene. So yes, we have, played with the order of the scenes, which she has suggested. But somewhere I think that, she's also silently saying that, don't touch my plate. It's perfect. Do it the way it is. And only then you'll sail through. But we had to make some choices, and there it is. But yeah, I missed it.
But if she were a playwright who insisted, like some do, that not a comma should be changed,
Yeah.
Would the play still attract you?
Yes. This play, yes, definitely. Because I think for a long time we are also stuck in this tradition of playwriting, that, the structure of it, I'm saying, and the craft of it. And these British playwrights have always fascinated me. Carol Churchill, Martin Kemp, or Sam Steiner, Alice Birch. All these people have just broken all those rules and like redefined what can it be. And sometimes we think that, only the director has this responsibility, and it is his forte that, okay, कोई भी नाटक ले लो और उसको अपने तरीके से बना लो, because you want to find a new language. But here are these playwrights who are offering it to you that, okay, now take this. What Krimp does with Attempts on Life, say, or what Alice Birch is doing with Anatomy of Suicide, or Blank, Sarah Kane, what she did. So yeah, but that would be that's a misconception. I think that, अच्छा इसमें कुछ नहीं है तो कुछ भी बना सकते is more frightening. So there you feel that थोड़ा बता दो, if some lead, and maybe we'll follow.
So do you think you kind of come to the end of the rope with Indian playwrights, and you find that nothing new that's coming out that exciting?
Yeah, you promised me not difficult questions, but yeah. No, I think kind of yes. I'm sorry. But I think it's there need to be efforts in that direction of playwriting, because it's like playwrights are born as bolte happen, but there's a lot of craft, there's a lot of writing that needs to go into it, and someone needs to direct that as well. That's not happening here currently. There is some exciting new writing that's happening in India, definitely. But then we also fall into this because we love to carry this baggage also. Tendulkar, Karnat, and it's true that we are standing here today because of what the work they did. But then it also becomes easy that new playwright writes it, and we immediately kind of label it, or identify that, this is very much like Tendulkar. This is like, what Alekar's humor is. And this is, GPD's, the dialogue is like his. So that needs to be broken. And then there needs to be workshops maybe, and people should come together. There should be a lot of discussions, communication, talking. That doesn't happen that much. I think what has also become is that with social media and everything also, like, because we all write long posts, so everyone started feeling that, likh to sakte hai apan, and then to make it. So yeah, I think that we are lacking there somewhere, and it needs a concentrated, but like a definite effort towards writing.
For instance, there are a couple of organizations which hold playwriting contests.
Yes.
There's a Sultan Kadam Sangeeta Manch.
Yes.
And then they share the other plays. And apart from the winners, of course, and if you're interested, you can get in touch. So, do you think that's a source, one of the sources to find new plays? Because if the new plays are not produced, then there's no incentive for a playwright to write.
No, definitely. I think that that's a good initiative, but I think that just holding that much, I don't think that it suffices. So I can understand that, okay, there's this competition and then people send it, but then where's the mentoring happening? So if that comes into picture, then it will all start to make sense. And then, like, what is happening, Deepa, is that you write one or two plays and you start thinking that you are a playwright. And people also start calling you a player. Or even a director, I'm saying. You need to say direct 10, 12 plays only, then you'll understand what is happening. Actors also, you feel that, actors. But then you'll have to keep working. So such initiatives are, well, they are essential, important, but then there also needs to be a mentor and guide to it. Like, I was a part of the writer's block, where Carl, April, these people came from the UK for that. That was a lovely session because they were there to guide, to point out things, to push people to, okay, this is your point. Now let's develop this. This is still just an idea. What you feel that you have written a play, but this is just an idea. Let's build scenes. What you want of the scene, what you want the characters to want. So if you push them, then I'm sure that new exciting writing will happen. But if it doesn't, then.
But do you think for a writer, writing a play is no longer attractive because there are other sources of expression where you can share? OTT has opened up a lot of playwrights have started writing stuff on OTT because exposure, money, this and the other. So do you think now that making plays is no longer an attractive proposition for young people?
Yeah, but I think that stands true for the entire theatre scenario right now, where the actors in the rooms. I'm like fortunate that these 11 actors never once did and the rehearsal was 3 months long, but I didn't have this clash that मेरा एक web series भी चल रहा है, I want to do that also, can I fit that into? तो ये हुआ नहीं मेरे साथ तो, but ये तो अभी की हकीकत है. That's with the playwrights, with the actors, with the directors themselves also. Why should we do theatre? Then those who do it, they know the joy of it and what it gets you. So if I'm, say, on a film set or something, I write stuff and then give it to them, and then I really have no clue what is happening there. But here is a room which is collaborative in true sense, where everyone can say something. You can see your play, like taking shape, like breathing. And so if writers get involved into such exercises, then maybe I'm sure that will also push them that, yeah, this is a safe space. I don't have to worry about, if the play is after a point going to fail, or, what is a successful play. I don't know. But, so yeah, let's get together and like music mein jamming karte. So when you jam, every time you don't know ki this is going to be a song in itself, and then it is good. People now think that अब जैमिंग करे तो उसी में सॉन्ग भी बनेगा, इसको इतने मिलियन लाइक्स भी मिलेंगे और हिट्स भी होंगे. ये सब अगर तुम लिखते वक्त सोचोगे तो पॉसिबल ही नहीं है. सो इन फैक्ट दिस इज अ सेफ space, and why not use it?
So when you started your career, you started working in a small pond of Pune with new people and all of them excited about theatre. And at one point, Pune Theatre was actually giving the Mumbai Theatre competition in terms of content, nothing else. And then you moved on to like concentric circles, bigger and bigger and bigger things. Do you ever feel the need to, go back and revisit your Pune roots?
Yeah, I do feel that. And that is why the last play that I did was Ganta, 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 which was, I did the rehearsals also in Pune. I opened a show in Pune. I'm having a lot of shows, and also in Marathi. I was returning to Marathi after a long time. So yes, so that is a need, because essentially, the thing is that I still think in Marathi. I dream in Marathi. And that is where my theatre comes from. So even right now I'm talking to you, I'm thinking in Marathi, I'm kind of translating myself. But so that is what is here. But then that also has different challenges and limitations also. The audience, for example, who is my audience? I don't know that. Even in Bombay, I don't know that. But in general, only in Indian theatre, I don't know who's the audience for such kind of plays. Is it only theatre people who are my audience? So
that would be a worrisome thought if only theatre people were coming.
But that's the truth. Only theatre people come.
Yeah. But do you find, as an audience myself, I find that the quality of audience has become less adventurous. in the sense they want to go and see something which is safe. They understand they can laugh, and they can
Yeah.
go and have dinner after that without having to
Yeah.
worry about,
Yeah.
things in their head.
Yeah.
So how does a committed playwright or director even address that crowd?
I think we should keep doing plays. I mean, there's no other way around it. And we need like a brotherhood. We need a community of doing it. And because theater is beautiful, theater is that, like you go to Prithvi or NCP on 30 days, you'll see different 30 plays. And that's wonderful, isn't it? That everybody's theater is different. But yeah, we need more people of this connection to come together and keep working continuously. Only then you can nurture a small kind of audience. And the other thing is that we shouldn't have these wrong notions. If I'm making, say, a play like Hungaro or Yusuf or these plays, and still expect that, I'm going to get 500 people and all the tickets are going to get sold in 20 minutes. That's not going to happen. But still I'm getting the audience that is eager to watch this particular play. What more do I want? So I should have a realistic understanding of what my work is and where I'm pitching it. अगर वो हो रहा है then दिक्कत नहीं आनी चाहिए. And it's unfair. I have a lot of complaints with the audience. I have a lot of fights. But I think that shouldn't make the theatre makers, and not only theatre makers, even OTT I'm saying, even films I'm saying, that to be that, no, okay, लोगों को यही समझ में आएगा, लोगों को इतना ही अच्छा लगेगा, तो इतना ही देंगे. You'll have to push it. So say maybe one play might make you uncomfortable, you might not like it, but you'll also find new audience that, oh, this is something that I won't get to watch on Netflix ever. Or this is the experience that I've never had, and they will return to theatre. So you've always gained new audience as well, I'm saying. But for that, you need to keep doing it. There's no other way.
Is there some way you can find of reaching the audience directly and having dialogue with them directly? Because you're one of the directors. I've seen that people go to see a play because of Mohit Takarkar ka play. And there are very few directors, to be honest, whose work people will go to see because of the name. People go see a play which is nearest their house or most convenient time-wise, something like that. So is there a way that you can reach out to an audience and build an audience? Not just build theatre makers and actors and parents, but building an audience. Do you think it's your job?
I don't know if I'm capable of that. But like what maybe I was talking about the playwriting just now, it makes sense what you're saying, that to reach out. But then my reaching out is in the form that, okay, I've just done a play. I'm now taking another play which is slightly more maybe challenging, more, it's pushing you more. So then I'll keep doing that work and maybe build an audience. And so yeah, it helps. Like this room, for example, was so open that we have had like around 50 observers coming in till now. So similarly, if the audience also comes and interacts, then that would help. Like this particular play is going to generate a lot of, the reactions would be very, very diverse. So two people, like even a husband, wife, who shared their lives together, but when they watched a scene in this play, that person is going to think completely different of the scene, and the wife is going to think. So this play is going to generate that kind of thing. I hope, I wish that the audience do come, they do speak, and they carry the play with them.
And you feel ever the need to just do something light, frivolous, and fill up 1,000-seater?
I don't. I would love to, but again, then I still need to work with a really good text. So the play can be fun. I absolutely love fun plays, comedies, but then still it has to be a good text. There's no point in creating a comedy or like I cannot just put a string of like jokes in a series to make people happy. And I think वो करने वाले बहुत है ना, तो मुझे मेरा काम करने दो. I'll still prefer that.
And finally, do you think something can be done on the basis of kind of a united front of theatre people to make sure that there are more venues which are viable and affordable?
Absolutely. The other day we were talking about that, how difficult is it it is to get dates, say at the NCP or Prithvi, because obviously कितने दिन रहते हैं साल के, so how many groups will get to perform there? But then we'll have to build these spaces as well. But then again, like you said, it has to be a collective effort, not so सिर्फ यंग लोग आएंगे और एक नई स्पेस के लिए काम करेंगे तो वो भी हेल्प नहीं होगा. उसमें जो पहले से काम कर रहे हैं उनको भी इन स्पेसेस के लिए नाटक बनाना पड़ेगा. एंड सो द ऑडियंस गेट्स दैट सेंस दैट अच्छा यहाँ पे जाएंगे तो अलग अलग नाटक देखने को मिलेंगे. मे बी थोड़े से डिफिकल्ट अनकंफर्टेबल भी नाटक होंगे, बट या मे बी दिस इज अ गुड स्पेस. सो वो स्पेस क्रिएट होना भी, it doesn't happen in a day. It will take 3 years, 4 years, and a collected effort from everyone. But that everyone needs to understand that, we need more spaces, and not only in Bombay, I'm seeing all over India, because the kind of theatre that we are engaged into, it doesn't require a 800-seater and a 1,000-seater. So 200 is enough, and with my case, so I can't even fill 200. But then, which is fine. But then the audience should get this culture that, हाँ यहाँ पे जाते. And we'll all have to get together and
So I'll just ask you one more question. Is that plays like yours, I mean, by the theatre makers like you, are traveling a lot to festivals. I find that the festivals happening in small towns and even villages across the country.
yeah.
Do you think that is just, a kind of a show-off thing for some sponsor in that town, or is it building this theatre culture that we're talking?
It is. It is not a show off. I don't think so. In some cases, I think maybe they're also trying to exhaust the funds. Maybe, I don't know. But again, the same perhaps answer. I'm sorry, I'm repeating myself, because like this Vinod Doshi festival, which we did in Pune and it ran for some 13, 14 years. Now it's no longer happening, but that was the idea. In the first 3 years, it took time for people. Pune is a theatre-aware city, so still we had good audiences, but still it took 3-4 years to really build a cloud around that festival. People coming in, so people waiting. So after 4 years, people used to wait for March. That now we know Doshi, so maybe I'll not go out because this is the week that they have. So they'll stay back. They'll book tickets in advance, but then again, it takes those many years for it. And the problem again with one of the problems is that the small theatre festivals, I don't have a thing for big names, bada kuch festival hai to. But then obviously I also understand that they don't have enough funds, so travel, stay, that becomes difficult. But otherwise, the whole point should be that, अगर कहीं पे हो रहा है, बरेली में हो रहा है, example I'm saying, और कहीं पे भी, so बाकी जगह से plays आए तो ज़्यादा बेहतर होगा उस audience के लिए. Only then will they be attracted कि, yeah, this is not, I'm not going to see this again. I'm not going to get to watch this again. So I have to go. So whether you like it or not, it doesn't matter. But yeah, I have to go there to watch. But you'll have to build it again.
Thanks, Mohit.
Thank
It was
you.
lovely talking to you.
Thank you.